Well, good evening and welcome back to the Cincinnati Kids Vintage Baseball Card channel, where stories, cards, history, both yours and mine, come to meet. It is Sunday night, March 9th, 2025. And sometimes I like to put a timestamp, I guess, or a date stamp on my videos every once in a while now. Not so much to allow people to know when the time is or what the day was shot, but as maybe as a snapshot in time to see the progress of how videos are coming for me and the cards that I'm presenting, how I'm presenting them. And tonight's kind of an interesting milestone because I've taken a switch to my collecting. I've been gone for a couple weeks and I've been busy doing many day job and family life and such things as that, and trying to catch up and watch other channels' videos. I'm trying to keep up, and it's been difficult at times, but I've seen a lot of good channels out there. I'd like to welcome back SFI Sports Cards. Sammy had his first video in maybe a year, so go check that out. Glad to have Sammy back. But first off, I wanted to share my February pickups, and I had a fair more than I thought I was going to have. Part of it was working on player runs. Part of it is just, that was a cool card. Maybe I shouldn't have bought that. And others have been maybe a head scratcher or two. But with no further ado, let's start going into that. And then we'll get to the second part of the video and I'll show you what I've been doing and what spare time I've had with my collection. So we will start off. I picked up three SGG slabs, and I just saw this first one. I thought, this looked really nice. We have ourselves here a 1966 Topps Harmon Killebrew, and just pops in that SGC slab. I've kind of gotten more to where I like seeing 50s and older stuff in SGC slabs, but I'm telling you, sometimes certain cards, 60s or 70s, like I think this would look great. This Johnny Bench would look great in a PS, SGC slab, although I'm not going to send it to them. The 72 Topps, for some reason, I really like it in there too. And the 70 Topps. So here's the first. That was the first one. And then I could not resist this. I am probably going to work on his player run. I'm getting quite a bit more Pete Rose cards. And the price on this was fabulous. It fits in my collection because obviously it's Pete Rose. And although I didn't really explain why Harmon Killebrew fits in my collection, I guess I'm kind of slowly acquiring Harmon Killebrew cards. I have a couple others of his. Now this Pete Rose, though, I couldn't believe it. And for the price, that's just a super card. I really like that shot of him in the dugout, on the road somewhere, batting helmet on, whether he's getting ready to bat or he's just wearing his batting helmet. He wore that red helmet a lot. With the Prince Valiant haircut going. The Hit King. And then the third and final SGC slab I picked up this time was this one here. 58 Topps Stan Musial All-Star. This is the first of his Topps cards. Most everyone knows that. Those that are new to vintage, he was strictly a Bowman guy before, and he didn't have a Topps card in the year 1957 or 56 or 55, anywhere back there. He was strictly Bowman, so for those couple of years without Bowman, he didn't have a card that I'm aware of, unless it was a local issue of some sort. I just couldn't pass this up either. I'm doing his Topps player run, which is somewhat, it's, you know, in lower grade, it's attainable. It's not that expensive to get that run completed. And I have now all but one left to go. So there's Stan Musial. Just a beautiful card. I'll adjust that up a bit. Again, no notes tonight, no script, although I am working on a really nice episode for you all that has scripted. I have the script actually written. I'm trying to choreograph the cards with it now. And I think you will enjoy it. It's full of hope, positivity, and spring. So now we're going to get the PSA slabs. So I picked this one up, also at a great price, for my Carly Yastrzemski run, which I am trying to do all in PSA because I'm doing a set registry on it. And I was really excited about set registering these, and now the luster's kind of worn off. But a shout out to my friend Drew at Clean Cheap Shots. He likes the uniformity of the PSA slabs, and I respect that totally. Work on your guitar playing, bud. Okay, here we go with the next one. Again, super price on this. It's just vintage in the later years, I guess, is just kind of come down. You just got to be kind of the right place at the right time. I don't like spouting prices too much. This is 15 bucks. Just a beautiful Johnny Bench. I don't have a ton of Johnny Bench. I kind of need to work on that. My Reds priorities have always been Barry Larkin, obviously, Vada Pinson, Ted Kluszewski, Pete Rose, Joe Morgan. Those are probably my top 5 I collect of Reds. And then there's a few more, and I'm adding more as we go. And Johnny Bench, maybe I'll get a rookie this year. We'll see. I showed this on my last video. This was also February pickup. Got Mr. Williams there. 2 more. Again, working on this player run. I picked this one up first, and then when I saw the All-Star, I was like, well, why not? Let's just do it. That All-Star just looked really nice in the 3, I thought, for Stan Musial, and here is the 61 base. Really can't do it justice here. The light's kind of shining on it funky. Maybe that's better. Maybe you can see it better centered. The centering on that is pretty superb, I thought. The seller was willing to work with me a little bit on price. It was a little pricey for me. But again, I'm just one away now from completing his Topps run that I started like last year and around, late summer. So that to me is pretty cool. And then one final one. This is one of his impulse buys, and I may do the player run on him because I do have his rookie card. I have been really getting 1970 Topps, and I just love the pose here of him. It's obviously posing. He's in the wind up, getting ready to pitch. At this point in time, as it says on the back of his card, one's lifetime ERA is best among active pitchers. I like the backs too, with the blue and the yellow. This 1970 Topps. Sandy Koufax has been out of the league for a little bit. I think this would be last year. That was the last season. 69 is the last season of Don Drysdale. Obviously, Bob Gibson would still be around for a few more seasons. Actually, he lasted longer than Marichal. One more season, I believe, maybe two. But Marichal, I think at that point, was probably the guy. Obviously, Tom Terrific is very early in his career. I just like the background on his card, too. I think they're at their spring training stadium somewhere. And there's a shot where they must have taken a different shot of him and posted it with, I think it's with, is it Carlton and Bob Gibson for ERA leaders for 1969. And there's just his is the biggest because he was number 1 on ERA, I think, that year, or was it wins? I'm not sure, but it's 1970 tops. I don't remember the card number, but you have that opportunity there to take in the majestic background. I think that must have been in Arizona. You can see the beautiful mountains in the background of Juan, the top part of that card. That's one I definitely want to get to, combo card. So here we are. So that is that. So I'm going to take a short pause and clear these out, and I'm going to show you what else I've been doing in my collection.